Hello and welcome back to the Bosmer. Before we get stuck into this episode, I want to talk about a topic that was brought up in the comments because it is immediately relevant to us. That is the education of our children. Now, if I click up here, you will see that we have 3 grandchildren. Currently, we're doing nothing with their educations. They're just kind of there, and they'll be educated or not educated. It's not really our business. We would love them to be educated well because, in theory, these are our 3 current heirs. Because this heir is not surviving unless we die, like, immediately. So they're out of line of succession, which means that she's our first heir. In theory, well, this would obviously be our backup heir, but at some point they're going to die, and then it would go down this line, which would mean that we then have his children. So, with that in mind, we want our grandchildren to have good educations. Now, the comment was suggesting what we should do is we should educate children ourselves. And the logic behind that is we could influence their personality traits, because instead of them just getting whatever traits the AI gives them, we could influence them towards better ones. So say we could get our grandchildren to be brave, which then means that we're going to have a lot more prowess with them. Or we could try and get them to avoid sinful traits so that we end up with more piety and more just natural opinion, and given that our income is based on opinion, that's pretty good, right? But there is a catch, and the catch is found on the Crusader Kings wiki. So, brought it up here, and essentially what this says, there's a ton of maths behind it, it's all around this page, you can go and have a look at it if you're interested, but essentially what it says is, if you want a good education trait, what you need to do is you need to have a genius, somebody who's intelligent, or somebody who's quick and shrewd educating your children. That's the bare minimum. And the example they have below is kind of the perfect example. If you have a genius who's absolutely terrible at everything, they will still be pretty good at educating your children. So, that's what I'm working off of. So, we are not a genius. And that's essentially why we're not educating our children. If we were a genius, the entire proposition changes, right? Because suddenly, we're really good at educating, and then we can also kind of choose the personality traits, which is cool. I do occasionally avoid it when we're playing Empires, because there's just a ton of pop-ups, but when we're someone small like this, it's something worth thinking about, and it's something worth thinking about if we can get an education trait into our family. Suddenly we have a lot more control over educations, we can choose better traits, and then it kind of snowballs from there. So, with that in mind, we need to educate our grandchildren. So let's start. Well, we can't actually educate this one yet, but I'm going to leave her pinned so we remember when she hits 6, because we're not going to get a pop-up to educate her, as I think her parent gets to choose by default. So we're going to start with the 8-year-old grandchild, who we've kind of missed. So he already is intelligent, so is more likely to get a good trait to start with. What kind of education are you doing? You're doing an intrigue education. I'm not a huge fan of intrigue, but you could potentially be the player heir. That'd be alright. Let's see if we can find you somebody to educate you. So, let's see. Offer guardianship. Do we have anybody in our court who can do this? Now, there is a bit of a problem in that we're obviously selecting from our court, so it's not ideal on this case. It won't be the same for our granddaughter, because she is in our court. We can kind of decide a little bit more. We don't have any geniuses left in our court. Oh no, what happened to the genius we had in our court? Did she die? Oh no, she never got dragged. She's my daughter-in-law. Yeah, she never got dragged into our court. So actually, ideally, we'd love it if you're being educated by her. Are you? No, your guardian's currently your father. Your father is an idiot, with no skill whatsoever. He would be terrible to educate you. Well, do we have anybody who is unmarried in our court? Let's see if we have that first, because then maybe we can drag people into our court that way. Oh, in our court? We have 1 unmarried person in our court. Fantastic. Let's try and drag a genius who can start educating people into our court. So we're looking for inheritable traits. You're the only inheritable trait. So you're quick. Quick isn't fantastic, but we'll drag you into our court nonetheless. Let's do that to start with. Cool. So we've dragged this person into our court. Is he the best person we have in our court for educating? Let's have a look. I guess I could do this and sort by... Do they have... So, we had no genius, actually. Let's go for intelligent. There we go. We have no intelligent, so therefore quick is the next best. Do we? How many people who are quick do we have in our court? We have 1. Okay. Therefore, our 1 quick person in our court is going to be our educator. He's going to educate our grandchildren, or at least 2 of them. Our granddaughter is slightly different, as we can have her educated outside our court because we're in charge of her, while we're not in charge of these ones. So I would love for this person to educate my grandson. You're a huge fan of it. He's pretty happy because we're his liege. Yeah, let's go with that. So you're going to educate that grandson. Second grandson. You are going for a diplomacy education. Now, I believe, looking at my chart, oh wait, we could invite him to court if we use a hook. We couldn't invite the other one to court. I guess because he's the heir. Yeah, because he's the heir, so that's why we can't invite him. But we can invite Nendar to court. Fantastic. We'll just do that, and then we can educate him with somebody better. Right. So now, on this one, I can actually, first of all, remove your guardian, obviously. Yeah. Then I can get you educated by somebody else. Right. So let's find somebody. We're now going to change this a little bit. Reset to default. Now we're going to look for somebody who is our culture, religion, and is a genius. Okay. There's nobody in our culture, like, all? There we go. I was sure there must be geniuses around, especially given that one of them is his mother. So, you're doing a diplomacy education. Are we happy with that? Yeah, I'm happy with that. Out of your 2 options, we'll do diplomacy. So, if we're going to find somebody to educate you in diplomacy, either of these would be fantastic options. I guess you've got a slightly higher stat, so you're technically better. So yeah, why don't you educate our grandchild? So we're going to select you to educate this grandson. Perfect. Yep, seems fine. So this is in Gratwood. Okay, cool. So we'll send that grandson off there. Granddaughter, we have nothing with her right now, so there's not really anything we can do. We might want to find her somebody who's a student of magic to educate her, because she's got attuned, I think. But anyway, apart from that, I think we're okay to go on our children's educations. I'm going to unpin both of them as they're kind of set now. Perfect. We need a court mage. Do we have anybody in our court who can be a court mage? We do. We have the person who we literally just recruited. Do you have any spells? He has transmute. He can get his gold. Okay, you're hired. There we go. Fantastic. I assume you have no magicka, as mostly they don't come with it. Yeah, so you have none currently. We would love to do transmute. We get 50 golds. You can get 250 gold, though, if we spend 60. Yeah, okay. I think I found my income source. Wonderful. So, yeah, we'll definitely come back to you soon. And we have one prisoner who is our daughter, who is, of course, sleeping with our son and killed our other son. We need an executioner for her, but there's not really a lot we can do about that. Right. Just think about what we want to do here. I think we want to wait for our army to reinforce. I think that's the most sensible thing for us to do. So let's just unpause and let that go. Wonderful. We're happy to accept your proposed education arrangement, a noble upbringing for a noble spirit. Nice. So that means that they're going to get a little bit of better education. Everyone's happy about that. Great. Yes. Fantastic. A reading in Vine Dusk. It looked like it would be a tedious evening once the feast's entertainment was over, but Anne Genil saved the day by suggesting a reading from Gold Coast Guide. Ah, okay. So she's trying to seduce us? I see, I see. Well, interesting to know. Lessons from the past. Though I will surely see many battlefields before I meet my maker, my library holds tales of war from 100 lifetimes. I have recently acquired a tome on the Great Siege of Ald Marak, as well as a time-worn scroll written in some ancient language. Who knows what forgotten secrets it holds? So I can read the newer tome, which gets us 1 martial for 10 years, or I can attempt to translate, which would give us bonuses for 20 years. Let's try it. Did it work? Night falls, and the single candle illuminating the script before me becomes shorter by the hour. When it flickers one last time and leaves me in darkness, the scroll's secrets remain undiscovered. So I can push forward, and we get a 100% chance of getting this bonus, or we can give up. Well, we definitely want to do it because we want the martial lifestyle experience beyond anything else, so yeah, we'll do that. Even with the help of a dusty glossary, the scroll is reluctant to share its secrets, but I press on. As night progresses, the most incredible story unfolds before me. Still, a remnant Aelid population seems to have survived the rule of the Alessians because we hear of the last king of the Aelids joining battle of Dlenumbra Moors, where the Duranus decisively defeated the Alessians in 482. How this king's people survived the preceding century is unknown. We do not even know who they were, though recent research points to Nalata as the possible resting place of this last king. So we can study the battle, which would get us study the battle of Dlenumbra Moors for 20 years. So it gives us a couple of stat boosts, 30% enemy fatal casualties, and 5 advantage in hills, or focus on the translation effort, which will get us 2 learning. I think I prefer this boost. I mean, 30% enemy fatal casualties? That's pretty good. Yeah, that's a fairly solid one. A sensual proposal. Are we going to sleep with her? The answer is no, because we're happy with our succession currently, and all children are, whether they're bastards or not, are legitimate. So I'm going to say no. For just now, anyway. Right, carrying on. Spouse, up to the task. Some of my counsellors believe the job is theirs by right of blood or influence alone. How wrong they are, I expect results, yet I'm often disappointed. After a long day, I'm complaining to Irledre when she interrupts me. Let us do something about it, husband. A few lessons might sharpen their wits. So I can get studying stewardship for my steward, I can get studying intrigue for my spy master, although he would dislike us, or I can get studying learning for our keeper. Well, out of those 3, our steward seems like the most relevant, so yes, why don't you make our steward better? It also gives us opinion from her, which seems pretty good. Right. One other thing I wanted to just do is just check our holdings. Ah, yes, we do have one which is the wrong faith. Well, that seems like something that we should fix right now, given that we have our keeper basically doing nothing. Yeah, why don't I get you to convert downriver? It'll take 2 years. Okay, that seems fairly okay. We're at 3,000 troops, we're going up to a max of 3.4. Okay, well, we'll just let that go. Is our mage able to cast Transmute yet? Let me see here. No, he still has 0 magicka. Okay. Apparently, occasionally they still have rituals running, as in self-buffs, which is taking away all their magicka regeneration, and it takes a while for them to disappear. I think that's what we found out in our previous campaign. Anyway, our neighbor has lost a war. So, Main Marandru has won against this person. So the internal strife in Elsewhere is over. Not great for us, I would say. Downriver has now finished its thing. Wonderful. So that's now got full control, which is great. So we get absolute control there for even more benefits. So that's all nice. What are you doing now? Currently organizing our army. I think I would prefer you to train commanders. We want better knights, so that's definitely going to help us there. Right. Are we building? We are. Alright then. I guess we just unpause and let the game kind of play itself for a second or two. That's fine. Have we got any magicka being generated? I know I waited like half a second. No. Okay. Let's wait a year and then have a look at that again. Or at least a year. Hey, market villages are finished in downriver. That now means we can build palisades, which we should do because really there's just no reason not to. It gives us a bonus for archer damage, which I think should maybe buff our Bosmer stalkers because they're counted as archers. Yeah, so that should help us out long term. Hey, you're making these people increase their prowess, which means we're getting better knights. It's all great. Aspiring Blade Master, even more prowess, but kind of permanent. It's good stuff. Private meeting. Oh no, it's spelled like that. My son, Warden Ulfroth, and I find ourselves alone as the rest of the court has ambled off to sleep. As we talk, I cannot help but notice his plump arms, flesh, and fat resting in succulent mounds. So, do I want to kill my son or not kill my son? Well, I guess we're going on a hunt because we need to lower our stress. There we go. And then we're not going to kill our son. Wonderful. A secluded shrine. As the hunt goes on, you find yourself separated from your group, and in a part of the hunting grounds you have never seen before. Around you, the singing of the birds and the various noises made by bigger beasts have grown quiet, and you can feel a higher presence overseeing this land. As you slowly press on, you find a small and secluded shrine, dedicated to none other than the Daedric prince, Herxene, father of the hunt, and prince of lycanthropy. Ooh, okay. So we can destroy the shrine, and he'll be mildly displeased. Leave the shrine undisturbed. Issue a small prayer to Herxene for the well-being of the hunt, or take note of where the shrine is and come back to it later. I'm going to just pray to the, let's pray to the father of the hunt. Let's just do that for just now. We've returned home invigorated. It all went very well. Wonderful. Sylvanar imprisoned. Oh, okay, so this guy's imprisoned by the queen. Okay, so I'm assuming that ended a war or something. That's fine. Market Village is done in Death Song, which means that we can build the next thing here, which we don't have enough prestige for. I guess we have to go raiding. Now, I was looking at elsewhere and considering if we want to raid them. They're currently in a war. Let's wait a second or two. Yeah, they're in a war that they're winning. They probably raised some troops. You know what? We could raid them. We could just jump in here, raid them, and leave. I kind of like that idea. Let's raise... I guess we only need to raise our men-at-arms for this one. Let's start raiding. And we can just hop our way in here and then hop out. Wonderful. Leave. Perfect. Then we're just going to disband the troops. And we'll leave it be. I think it was saying that this was raided as well, but they have 8,000 troops. There's not really a chance of doing anything more to them. You're currently attacking somebody. Okay, but you're a secondary in it. Okay, fair enough. So I'm not that worried about that one. Are we able to declare war against you? We are. You do have a lot more troops than we do. Yeah, that's kind of a problem. You have Leowin as an ally, who has 2,500, and you have Kvatch, who has 2,500. Now, you're in a war with Leowin, which is over here, so that is quite far away. But I bet Kvatch are able to get their troops over here very quickly. Yeah. See, I was thinking we could maybe try and snipe Grimwatch. So let's say that it takes us like 6 months to siege. They'll definitely be moved down. It's like, how long is it going to take for that army to make it all the way back over here? It's going to be a while. And they're not necessarily going to want to bring their troops back. It's an option. It's an option. We are better than them. It's a close one. It's a close one. Yeah, I don't really know what our options are here in terms of doing that. It might be the best option for us because we might not get another chance to actually attack them. But, you know, it's though, are we actually going to be able to take it and hold it? We could also try and just take this temple holding down here. It'd be much quicker to siege, so we could hold it for longer. That would give us a border with Gratwood, which would not necessarily be good. I'm trying to see if there's any way that it lets us out here. Probably not. Yeah, is that all still within the South Weald? Yeah, it gives us another border of elsewhere. I guess it gives us some better people to raid, maybe. I mean, in theory, we could just walk out there and raid them now, I think, but... yeah, that would maybe give us like a better way to raid. Is there anything else along here that would be okay? Yeah, not really. They're all just castle holdings there. So I think our options, if we were to declare war, or declare war for this, the siege will be almost instantaneous. So we just wait for ticking war score. Or we go for this one, we siege it, and then it's going to be difficult for them to remove us from it because we have Valenwood Hills. I think that this could be good. Whose army is that? A neutral army belonging to you. Okay, you're currently attacking Hectoran in the Kvatch War for Creluna Wenelias claim on the Rancel of Hectoran. Okay, so that would make you hostile to me, which might be good. So you're actually going to have difficulty raising your troops against us. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to have difficulty actually exercising your power over us. I think we can do this. And there's a chance they just say no to joining. We can declare war to conquer duchy. No, we don't want to conquer duchy because we have Confederate partition. I just want to take Grimwatch. Where is it? Grimwatch. Yeah, I think we can take this. Let's go for it. I'm going to raise our armies. This is a little bit risky, but it's also not risky because Southweld are busy, so they're unlikely to like declare retaliation war. I would love for you to join me. I don't really think that we need you to join. Yeah. So I would love for you to join. It costs us a lot to call her in, so let's not. Raising all our troops here. We're leading with 33, which is very nice in terms of our advantage. And then we're going to head to Grimwatch. Wonderful. Enemy ally joined war. So Leowin joined the war. And there's Kvatch joining the war. However, their army is already spread all over the place. They're a little bit caught out by this. They don't really want to be in this war. Siege. Yeah, they have to walk through us if they want to get back to their territory, or they have to take the long way around. This is fine. That's a quick siege. That is not fine. Okay, wait. Whoa, the Kingdom of the Southweld are here already? Wait. How did you get your troops here already? Did you not send any troops over to the war that your ally was in? That's a very human move. Okay. Yeah, okay, I really want the siege, because we need to take the siege first. This is our only opportunity we're ever going to have to actually get it. So, yeah, I'm happy that they're going to do a siege war against us. Please finish your siege. A scheme at court. Somebody is plotting to kill my daughter and heir. Well, honestly, please do it, because, like, it'll make my life a lot easier if she's just murdered. Like, a lot easier. They're merging their troops here. Fantastic. This is great for us. So we are actually going to be able to take this, which means we'll have the war goal. You've converted the faith in Downriver. Wonderful. So it's now our faith. Great to see. Walls and ditches have been finished in Vine Dusk, which should make it harder to take. Right. We have now got the war goal and captured the person who holds it. So let's ransom him for 50 gold. Do we need mercenaries? Maybe, yeah. I think some mercs would definitely not go amiss. Let's hire... I think the wizards are a good choice. I think the wizards, honestly, are still a good choice. And then beyond that... Oh, I read this wrong last time, apparently, as well. I picked something that was actually going to be weak against what they were running, which was not great. It didn't end up mattering. But what do we need against archers? What's going to be strong against archers? Heavy, maybe? So they're archers. So archers aren't strong against archers. Archers are still strong against mages. Polearms are not strong against archers. You're only good against spearmen and dragon. Yeah, okay, that's going to come up a lot, I'm sure. Counter spearmen? I guess nothing counters archers. Yeah, at least nothing we have down in our kind of camp. I could buy more archers. That could help. Well, let's get some Bosmer stalkers. Let's get some more. They're a very good army. They're a very good unit. So let's just grab them. Right. Get everybody merged up. We have 4,800. We know they're not going to be able to use their full army because some of it is up there and some of it's over there. So this should be okay for us. We're leading. Let's attack. It thinks we'll win because we have every advantage we could possibly want. Okay. We have a martial perk. We want to go down the raiding tree, don't we? Yeah. So we can start getting like some good rewards for raiding. Let's do that. Right, down here. Siege this back. So we still have war score coming from there. Are they going to start sieging it? If they do, we can go and fight them. I want to wait for us to finish this siege, ideally. Yeah, okay. I want to head up to the war goal. Are we okay taking this fight? I think we are. I think we're fine. Yeah. Yeah, because of how it's happening, I think we're going to be okay, but it's going to be close. The reason I think we're okay is they're going to have to attack us bit by bit. Also, no knights in the initial army. Look at our number of knights, all with bonuses. Oh, it's incredible. So look at this. So we're already causing a ton of casualties. We also have the thing, don't we, where we're currently causing 30% extra casualties. Yeah, look at that. So we're causing 30% extra. They're getting actually destroyed. More have come in, but we still have an army advantage in terms of numbers, just because they kind of dribbled in. They're going to start joining soon, but we're still winning. And by the time they join, we're still going to have more troops. Look how many they've lost. They've lost 2,651 already. Oh no, if these guys join in a separate one, that's not going to be good for them. Oh, they all joined in the same one. Still not good for them. They just lost so many troops. Like, let's have a look here. Yeah, so we just killed 2,400 troops. That's incredible. We lost 190. That is, that's just not fair, those types of numbers. And we're still going to catch this army here. That's the thing. We're not, like, you know, not going to get to that army. So we can also wipe them as well, but here we have an even bigger advantage. That's the thing. Now, if we have a look at how far over this line it started immediately. And that's, for a lot of reasons, we should be getting a defensive bonus. We're not getting the defensive bonus. I thought we would get the defensive bonus from the Vale and Wood Hills, the defender advantage. I guess we don't get the defender advantage. Yeah, it says we should be getting a +8. But we're not getting a +8. And she's not getting a +8. So who's getting a +8? Okay, I don't know. Well, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Did nobody survive? Oh, there were 2 survivors. Which will probably be the 2 knights, I guess. Or like 2 knights, which is why there's not an army with 2 survivors. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You're the new person that we're fighting, because the previous one is dead. Okay. Okay. What's the troop numbers looking now? It's looking a lot more even, isn't it? It's looking a lot better. Right. How much are they getting for sieging this one down here? They're getting 18%. Okay, so we would love to go down to Death Song and de-siege that if we could. Although we'd also, actually, what we should do, be more sensible, we should head down here, split our army in half, and reinforce. Yeah, reinforce back in our capital. Cool. Let's do that. So, just split our armies up, let the supply come back, and then we can attack their army again. Level of devotion to our faith has gone up to faithful, which means that we get more clergy opinion, which is, again, pretty nice. Clergy does actually give us something, doesn't really give us any taxes, but, you know, gives us some levies. Waiting for this to resupply. How long have we got? Couple months. Okay. Wait for one more tick. Or we can head up here and try and attack there. How's the supply actually looking? Yeah, one more will make it so that we're no longer like low supply, right? Are they merging up to fight us? I think they are. Okay, let's merge. Merge our armies. That's fine. Okay, they're trying to merge up here. That's fine from our side of things. Just wait a second or two. See what they do. Head out. Let's see if we can convince them to fight us. Where are they going? Just gonna like mirror them. They're heading down here for some reason. Oh, then they're heading back north. Where are they going? And I can head back over here if that's what you would like me to do. Maybe they're heading to downriver, but they don't want to be near our army. I'll let them move and then move once more. Right, then we'll head up here. I mean, I'm winning while we do this dance, so like, that's fine by me. If we want to do the dance, I will win eventually. But, you know, I'm not a huge fan of what's happening. Oh, are they coming to fight me because I split my army up? No, now they're heading in. Alright, well, let's merge our army again. This is fine. Yeah, please split your army up so you're not taking attrition. That'll be a good idea. Alright, well, I'm going to beat up your army again. What's your plan to beat me this time? Ah, you're going to merge after I already arrive at your army? I see. Yeah, that went pretty well. 4 survivors, who I assume are the 4 knights. Yeah, now you're being attacked again, and, yeah, nobody survived. Yeah, once again, 3 survivors, which will be the 3 knights. We captured some enemy combatants. Anybody want to be... Oh, wait, you look fine. Yeah, you could be my... Just checking here. Yeah, you're not landed or anything. Yeah, do you want to be... I can't make my ex... I went through this last time. We can't make executioners to were king. Never mind. I don't really want you then. Can I ransom you? Yeah, I'll get my 50 gold. I'll get my 50 gold. Can't eat you without people being mad. Could just eat you anyway, though. Burn at the stake? No. Oh, okay. Apparently, people would be mad if I ate you. Well, whatever. We'll get our money for the 2 people we have. That's fine. We're going to release you for a demand conversion. We'll just let you go. Oh, wait. One of them was worth war score? Oh. Well, whatever. They don't have any troops left. What are they going to do? I mean, their ally has troops, but, like, their ally isn't here. So, you know, whatever. Essentially. Oh, our ally's joining in. I forgot we called in an ally. Okay, there's their ally, finally here. We just got 100% war score due to finishing that siege. We could potentially head up here and defeat them again if we wanted to. I don't see any reason to. I'm just going to enforce our demands. Cool. So that gets us Grimwatch, which is great. Grimwatch is currently a... Yeah, it's a castle holding, so there's nothing we can do with it. Our granddaughter is 8 years old and we're not educating her? Oh no. That's terrible. Let's educate our granddaughter. Is this really everybody? Okay. You've got a magic trait. You might actually be good to educate her. What are you doing as your education? You're doing martial? Martial or stewardship? Martial's probably fine. Your martial is terrible. Your stewardship is terrible. I guess you're the best educator we have for her. Yeah, I guess you probably are. You also have magic-y stuff though, but you don't have like a magic trait. Which, if you educated her, just out of theory, if you educated her, so let's offer Ward our granddaughter. It doesn't say anything about getting a magic trait. Sometimes does when you do an education. That's all I wanted to check. So if I offered you our granddaughter to educate, it doesn't say anything. What if we tried to educate our granddaughter? There you go. Will not be trained in the arts of magicka. As the child's culture neither has the codified magical studies of the schools of magic innovation, does not have tradition Sorcerer Kings, magical education is impossible. So I guess the other ones, their culture does have that. Yeah, because they're both in different cultures. Okay. So it's, which one of these two we want to educate her? I guess we want the one with the better stat that matches. Yeah. So I guess you're going to educate her. Okay. That's fine. This seems fine. Yeah, you're okay with that. We'll send that one across. Right. Low county controlling Grimwatch. We don't really even want to hold Grimwatch, but we don't really have anyone to give it to currently. Yeah, maybe if we get another family member, we could give it to them. Let's just increase control in Grimwatch then for just now. Oh, wait a second. Increase control here. Wonderful. Right. That's all good. Fine Dusk. Nothing I can build? Nothing to build. Okay, Death Song. I still don't have the prestige. Alright, cool. We have some troops. Is there any way we could attack you? Not a hope. Okay. Ooh, you're someone else now. You're now independent. Just looking at the duchy down here, we could potentially take them if we wanted to. Yeah. It's a temple holding, which I think we still can't hold, but we could potentially expand out that way if we wanted to. It's tempting, because they're, like, incredibly weak. I think I have to. You know, I did say that... Oh, I don't have the prestige. I did say this was going to be a campaign where we built tall, but currently there's a lot of expanding happening. Okay, that's fine. There's a good reason for expansion happening, to be fair, because otherwise the South Weld will take everything and just win, which we really do not want. Why? Look, oh no. So she's married to Kavach, which means that their primary heir... Oh no. Oh no. The primary heir of the South Weld is Kavach. Ah, that's a problem. That's definitely a problem. Okay. For months, Verexia, King Pinar's high priest of Kavach, has been digging up spurious contracts and fabricate histories. Now King Pinar dare act as if it all amounts to legitimate claim on the ward of Grimwatch. So they now have a claim on it, which means that they were fabricating a claim on their ally, which is very funny. It does also mean that they could directly attack us, which means that in theory they could call Anvil into the war. Anvil with another 3,000 troops. On the positive side, if we have to defend Grimwatch, we're looking very good, because potentially we can defend on the river crossing with the Valenwood hills if they work. Like, there's some good stuff there, potentially. Okay. Right. I think we're alright mostly, though. Is there any way for me to turn... Oh, that's fine. They're expiring. I was going to say, is there any way for me to turn money into prestige? Of course there is. We can call a hunt. Yeah. Easy. Rampaging Troll. Just as my son, Warden Ulfroth, and I crest a hill, we hear it. The snapping of twigs, the rustle of branches, birds screaming in fright. They are heralds announcing its arrival. A massive troll heading straight for us. Then say its path ends here with me. 0% chance that we die, chance we get a hunting trophy, or we can call to our son for help. No, I'm going to kill the troll. I slayed the troll. Yes, and we have gained the Novice Hunter trait. Fantastic! Return home with prestige, and the Novice Hunter trait is now ours, which gives us more prowess, gives us stress loss, and an additional 0.5 prestige per month. Very, very good. That means that we can build, for instance, in here. Have I got anything that anywhere I want to build? I guess I can't build anything there, because it's the wrong type of holding. Can I could try and construct a tribal holding here? Huh, interesting. I didn't know you could build tribal holdings, the ones that already have feudal ones in there. Huh, wonder what it does. I wonder if there's a way of making that your capital of the holding. There must be a way of doing it, right? I can't remember how you do it, but there must be a way. Let's maybe just save our prestige and see what happens. A touch of romance. Now, I have a rule about poems. I don't read them. We just choose pretty much this option or this option every time, depending on whether we want prestige or opinion. I don't care about South Weld, so I will take prestige. Thank you. Right. We learned of Warden Ulfroth's incestuous secret. Oh, really? Did we? Oh, that's a huge surprise there. Yeah, who would have known that he has an incestuous secret? Yes, our son who was sleeping with our daughter. Yeah. Who would cover that up? Definitely not us. No, definitely not. Sylvanar just expanded. Oh, we need to declare our war. Of course. We should do that sooner rather than later if we actually want the land. Which I think we do. Let's just raise our men-at-arms and just do it that way. Yeah. And attack. I should have done it while we still had the mercenaries, honestly. You hired some more troops? I think we're still going to win. Yeah. We're going to destroy you. They actually got wiped? Wow. Okay. Turns out that our Bosmer stalkers are OP. Especially with this extra, with this extra one here that just causes extra casualties. It's just like, no, we just destroy everybody we fight. Okay, fair enough. Cool. It's ours. We captured the Moon Bishop. Can we, like, get some money back? Nope. Okay. I'm just going to do some demand conversion releases. Yep. Let's let them all out one at a time. Wonderful. And then I'm going to enforce my demands. Cool. Are we allowed to hold on to monastery holdings? We're above our domain limit, but are we allowed to? No, we should grant it to somebody. Alright, fair enough. Well, if I grant it to our greenkeeper, that just seems sensible, to be honest. You're a theocratic greenkeeper. Yeah, I know. That's why I want to give you a theocratic holding. Just wait a second. I still can't grant you this holding. Our greenkeeper? Oh, I guess we can't grant our greenkeeper this holding, no matter what we do. Okay. We can make somebody else just exist. Yeah. I guess we could just make somebody else exist. Sure. Welcome to the squad. Keeper Aldeth of Haradel, who is intelligent, which is kind of cool. Intelligent, feeble, blind, and a witch. What kind of person did we recruit for this job? Alright, well, that's interesting. So she is now in charge of the temple, which is great. So she's going to start paying us some money at some point, I'm sure. Based on devotion or based on opinion? Doesn't really matter right now, apparently. Could do it like that. We would have to give her something, though. No, that's fine. Based on devotion will work. She wants to be on our council. She does have 26 learning. She would be pretty good in this position. Sure. I'm going to fire the previous person, and your first job is to convert your monastery. Good. Fantastic. So she's now got 27 learning. She loves us. Great. We're going to disband our troops, and that's another piece of land. It's probably the last piece of land we're going to be able to grab for a while, but I'm sure I've said that recently. Okay. Just seeing what else we can build while we have the money. I guess something in here is the best option. Let's get an extra knight. Sure. That seems good. And then we still want to turn our money into prestige currently. So we'll chill. Right. An unworthy challenge. So you're my new keeper. Yeah, and you endorse me. That's great. Right. An unworthy challenge. At first I thought the simple footman a fool for stepping onto the training field. Although Anne Janelle seems no threat at first, it quickly becomes clear that she would be unable to stop her wild and vicious strikes from hurting me. Disarming her suddenly becomes a matter of life and death. I tried not to show relief when her sword finally hit the ground. I could use more people like you and I recruit you. You have 25 prowess, you'd be incredible. I can get prestige and piety, or I can strike her down where she stands. I think I'll invite her to join my court. I don't think we need to kill her. She seems absolutely fine. She'll be a great knight for us. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. And with that, I think I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.